All right, guys, yesterday we were in Colorado Springs. Today we're going to move on over to Loveland, Colorado. And you know what? We're going to look at something there. I talked about Colorado being kind of a hard state to live in when it comes to cops. You're about to find out it is. DenverPost.com. Outside law enforcement and prosecutors will investigate whether a Loveland police officer should face criminal charges for forcing a 73-year-old woman to the ground and allegedly fracturing her arm while arresting her on charges of attempted theft of a whopping $13 of merchandise. 8th Judicial District Attorney Gordon McLaughlin announced his office would use the district's critical response team to investigate the incident. The team of investigators from 10 area agencies in Larimer and Jackson counties is generally used to investigate police shootings. According to the team's memorandum of understanding, the Loveland Police Department will not participate in the investigation of its officer, said Jody Lacey, spokeswoman for the prosecutor's office. A news release from McLaughlin's office states, involved and investigating agencies have agreed that an independent criminal review is appropriate. Loveland police officer Austin Hopp approached Karen Garner on June 26 after employees at a Walmart called to report that Garner tried to leave the store without paying for a t-shirt, a soda, a candy bar, and wipes. The employees made Garner return to the store and leave the items, but called police to report the incident. Hopp found Garner walking along a road nearby. Garner has dementia and sensory aphasia, which impairs her ability to communicate and understand, according to a federal civil rights lawsuit filed last week about the incident. Body camera footage released by Garner's attorney shows Hopp forced Garner to the ground within 30 seconds of contacting her.
Jim, while it may be difficult to watch this video, it does make it a little easier to understand how such a fragile person could have been so significantly injured during this altercation with police. Tonight, 2 officers here in Loveland have been placed on administrative leave pending investigation.
Come on.
I'm going home.
What started as an investigation into $13 worth of merchandise allegedly stolen from Walmart quickly led to this.
Officer Hopp grabbed her and threw her to the ground.
73-year-old Karen Garner, just 80 pounds, was arrested after failing to follow Officer Austin Hopp's orders to stop.
And then he and Officer Jalali chucked her into the dirt, searched her, hog-tied her.
Stand up.
I'm not doing anything.
Right now you're resisting.
What Hopp didn't know at the time, Garner lives with dementia and other disabilities which limit her insight. She kept repeating one thing while allegedly resisting arrest.
I'm going home.
Stop.
Seeing it on such a defenseless, frail person, so reckless with human life.
Attorney Sarah Shelkey filed this 52-page federal lawsuit, which claimed Garner experienced a broken arm, dislocated shoulder, and sprained wrist.
Community members saying, we're concerned about this. We're concerned about it as well. That's why we're taking swift actions. We place those officers on leave status.
Chief Robert Tizer says his department trains on de-escalation and crisis responses. As for the suit,
we'll have a independent investigation. And to be frank with you, we did not find out about the serious bodily injury. That was first brought to our attention yesterday.
Since this video went viral online, Chief Tizer tells us his dispatch center has been inundated with complaints, people calling in to express their concerns. He says he understands those concerns, but says people need to really direct those to online platforms and not plug up the system that actually gets help out to people who are experiencing emergencies right now. In the meantime, those involved tell us that they're going to be looking into the federal lawsuit going on right now. And after 10 months, we're told Garner's family is still having a difficult time explaining to her exactly what happened. Reporting live in Loveland tonight, Dylan Thomas covering Colorado First.
Now, prosecutors have dropped charges against Karen Garner. If prosecutors do not charge the officers involved, they will issue a letter examining the incident and explaining their reason for not filing charges, Lacey said. Prosecutors are required by state law to issue such letters after police shootings, but are not required to use a critical incident team or issue a letter in investigations of other police force. The district attorney's office said in the news release, the robust, unbiased, and transparent procedures used in the 8th Judicial District CERT protocol will not only ensure there is accountability for any potential criminal behavior, but will also give our community the information and framework with which to evaluate our performance and have faith in the results of our investigations. Have faith. Have faith. Yes. Have faith, young man. I don't have any faith, man. But the thing about it is, frail 73-year-old woman with dementia and, sensory aphasia. Like, she didn't even know what's going on. And you know, the fact that she stole those, she probably didn't even steal those items, and I'm talking about she probably stole them. But in her mind, she probably didn't steal them. She has dementia. She probably just picked them up and was like, oh, I want these, and walked out, because that's what old people do when they have dementia. They're like little kids. They don't understand. They don't know what's going on. So no, we don't take these. That's all they had to do. They didn't even have to call the police on her. That's what happens when you call the police. You put people's lives in danger when you call the police.
I felt his life might be in danger once word of the letter got out.
Grave danger?
Is there another kind?
This poor woman got her arm fractured and dislocated shoulder. And this poor cop, man, I feel for this police officer. I do. This, 80-pound, 73-year-old was just beating his ass, and he had to put her on the ground and jack her up. He's about to get his ass whooped by this big old 80-pound woman. Come on, guys. Give the cop a break. Any of you take me serious on that, you need to just get a sense of humor. Not that it's funny sense of humor, but more of a sense of humor of, this is so ridiculous of what this cop did that I can't even wrap my mind around it. Can't even wrap my mind around it. And the fact that the prosecutors are like, well, if we don't press charges, there should be no if we don't. How is this use of force going to be justified? How in the world is it justified? Well, she was resisting. She was an 80-pound, 73-year-old woman. There were 2 cops. How strong can this woman? What is she, on PCP? I don't know. You guys let me know. Comment section below. Community Leo Watch. Watching Leos, that's law enforcement officers, to include those that beat up old women who have dementia, and from coast to coast.